Cabbage is one that it's very similar, I mean, pest wise and growing wise with all of the other ones. And of course, I had to mention the purple cabbage. So, this Red Express right here, I would say it did hands down the best out of all of our cabbage that we grew last year. I feel like a lot of the cabbages that we grew they tend to get attacked, of course, by the cabbage worms and yeah. But these ones tended to do a lot better. I'm thinking it's because of their color. I don't know why, but they just did a lot better. They're a smaller, more compact variety too, so we could grow more of them because they weren't quite as large. So that was just one of my favorites was that Red Express, and it just did really, really great.
Now, this one did have some pest pressure, but the ones that we were able to harvest were really good. And I really like this type of cabbage where it's more of like a taller cabbage instead of it producing like a round head you've got to wait on that takes like this is 62 days on that one. There were some other Napa cabbages we had. They may be listed under bok choy 'cause it's kind of a crossover there. But the leafy cabbages, do we have bok choy next on the list by chance? If not, I may just.
No, I had to cut some. I'm sorry. I know bok choy is one of our favorites, but
Okay, so this I basically consider this like a leafy cabbage, and this is more of what I grow than actual cabbage. I grow like a bok choy or like a Napa cabbage, which is a little different. That Amico that I showed is the closest one that we've got to that right now. But cabbage is going to have the same pests that I mentioned earlier with broccoli and kale, like those worms that we talked about. You're going to handle it the same way. It's going to need a lot of room and a lot of fertilizer. So make sure that you give it like plenty of room to grow because that tiny cabbage plant is going to really spread out and take a lot of space. Depending on the variety, there's some varieties that
I
stay
was gonna say
small.
that Red Express was a good
Mhm.
compact one. So that one was
Yeah,
good for if you have a smaller space that you're growing in.
and there are some like really big cabbages. Like there's this program that some schools do on like who can grow the biggest cabbage that we were participating in one year until our dog ate the cabbage. Still a little bitter about that because we would have won that thing. I put a lot of care into that cabbage. Like it had a dedicated like 100-gallon smart pot. We were doing everything for it. The point is you can grow like really big cabbages, but that's a lot of work. And I much prefer the leafy cabbages. They're called Napa cabbages also.